Morning, Daryl. It's 1:42 in the morning, West Coast time. Still the 11th, Sunday, February 2024. Yeah, I got your vid, dude. If you checked out the other video I have done right now as it is for this morning here, it's like, okay, you gotta be kidding me, pal. I wasn't even paying attention to Elmo all the frickin' weekend. I was going through my own damn emotional triggers left and right. It's what happens when you get emotionally compromised like crazy and you're crying your eyeballs out left and right. But this crap, I swear. Elmo? I paid attention to him maybe very briefly in my adulthood. I'd never even heard of him when I was growing up as a kid. I had other characters I was watching trying to do stuff to each other. Even the Muppets got violent as hell in that one. Star Trek? God. Star Trek was on the adult level, and I like to watch for it as entertainment. I've seen sci-fi shows even with laser guns and western shows growing up as a kid. But there's no context, no perspective on the damn thing. So we learn it on television what the hell violence is, but we actually looked at violence on television and what the hell did we see growing up as a kid? I mean, come on, in the 60s? In the 60s, we saw the sitcoms and we didn't even understand why the adults were laughing like crazy or crying when they saw body bags coming across the screen. Fuck. These days, we got Elmo trying to demonstrate what 3-year-olds go through. And to tell you the truth, dude, I mean, if you've seen some of my videos on this one, as I try to explain, I had a biological sperm donor do a hit and run on my mother. Basically, I got conceived off the coast of Catalina, and then my father, I can't call him, the donor disappeared. About 5 or 6 years old, Ma calls him up, and I identify myself as his son, and he hangs up on me. I remember the conversation to this day, and I had developed a lifelong resentment against the bastard. And it's taken me some time to try to understand and analyze this asshole. I mean, really. I was really trying to analyze this asshole here. Why? Why he did to do the hit and run. Something was going on with his damn mental, in his cranium over there. Something was happening with that squishy organ called a brain of his. There had to be some experiences that kind of prevented him from being a mature adult. He never bothered to talk to me after that hang up. That's a hell of a thing to carry. So, yeah, I got no sympathies concerning about fathers doing shit to their kids. I got no sympathy. I have sympathy for the kid, but I don't have sympathy for the damn adult. And I sure as hell don't like schoolyard bullies either. I learned how to deal with the rules as I got older. Elementary school, I could get into a fight with a kid. Earlier than that, I'd gotten fights with other kids, but I wasn't looking for trouble. Trouble came to me. You're small, you're scrawny, you're sickly, you're weak looking, you look like a damn perfect target. And what the hell happens? I started trying to wail on assholes. I've been dead before. Why not be dead now? I wasn't thinking back then. I was reacting. I didn't like schoolyard bullies going into my damn sandbox and fucking around with me. No. And I sure as hell didn't like somebody breaking my damn toys. You don't mess around with a kid's J.I. Joe toy. Those action adventure toys. Big ass bottles with a pull tag on them. I'd gotten them from a cousin. Hand me downs, but still, they were toys and they were wonderful. And then all hell broke loose. You don't mess around with a kid's toy. Elmo, The guy was a royal jerk, dude. The guy was a royal jerk on this one here. I wasn't reacting to Elmo because I was also going through my own damn emotional crap. It was too much of the damn acid indigestion dealing with the damn politics, and everyone else reacting to this, reacting to that, and overreacting on this, or not reacting enough. React. I'm just like, ugh. I get tired of this shit, so I was binge watching left and right. Fast forward on streaming services, just try to get past certain points, and then when I get into a certain section of the storyline, then I started looking and watching, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. Here we freaking go again. What am I doing this for to myself? And before I know it, I'm putting the damn thing on pause and pouring out my damn. I'm just pouring it all out. Fictional works triggering left and right, and I was crying my eyeballs out because I could not deal with the crap. I wasn't even paying attention to Elmo. I was pouring my heart and soul out because of the emotional triggers of the shit I've lost. Dude, you know how it goes over here. Now, how many times have I been showing that wall all the damn time? That cabinet with the pictures. Most and nearly all the camera angles I've had regarding my videos, it's always my shoulder over here of the loss of those I loved. And how much it hurts like a son of a bitch. And I wasn't caring about Elmo. Until I saw your video, and then I started doing the research, and I'm like, oh shit, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He didn't do that shit. And I saw the smirk on his asshole's face. My God, what the fuck was he talking about? What was he doing? I'm seeing a schoolyard bully. I'm seeing a schoolyard bully, dude. Oh, it's like if I wanted to say some stuff right now, there's no way in hell social media would keep me on air. She must be obeyed this up. And then she's going to be whining at me. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm just going to take out the headset for a bit. And I got to get the water changed. Oh boy. Yesterday I was having conniption fits concerning about my own dog. It was just hurting like hell. I'm dealing with a dog with dementia at this point over here, and sometimes I really had to keep an eye on her. I couldn't even go back to college this semester, dude. I really couldn't. My dog needed me. Or maybe I needed something that needed me at this point. I don't know, but I had to stay home. So damn close to graduating from college. A few credits away. And I had to put myself on a sidetrack here. Things I do. But I do it willingly, dude. I do it willingly. She's my world. She's my life. She matters a great deal to me. It's dealing with family, my friend. When you lose family, it's all that can ever be replaced or sewn up or patched up. It's like part of my heart is still needing operation. And if I happen to go under the knife under the table one more time, am I going to be coming back out with a healed heart, or am I going to be finally living this mortal corpse of mine? Dealing with the context and perspective of a kid who's got to face reality. Shit, there's other people facing a lot worse reality. And years of trauma and trauma therapy isn't going to help much. You know, it drives me crazy sometimes. We try to get more and more into our human feelings. We try to get more and more adult with the crap, and yet, as kids, we had to grow up tough because the world was rough, and we had to survive. Why is this particular generation or the previous generation and the future generations are going to be needing more and more therapy? Did we grow soft or did we grow human? We became more and more human. To understanding what the hell happened to us. We were supposed to be growing tougher because these things are supposed to toughen us up as we were forced to believe for God knows how many eons since humanity had been evolving. From hunter-gatherers to our stage of blubbering idiots. Try to sound cold and callous about the damn thing. But there's nothing cold and callous about inflicting trauma to a kid. Except maybe we're trying to turn them into Spartans. Think about it. You ever seen the movie 300? I saw this movie. I'm watching this damn movie. It's about 20 years or less than that. Came out. Hell of a graphic novel series, I heard. Watching the movie in action? Holy shit. Kids have to grow up tougher than the shit we've gone through. And be trained as such and deal with pain and deal with constant life and death. Just so they can be grown up, emotionless robots, almost, ready to kill at a second's notice and laugh at death and worship it. Sometimes I wonder, Daryl, is that how we're becoming these days? Elmo gets to us and it pisses us off because we see the. What did we see? Some asshole comes on there trying to do his own shtick and he's trying to be a comedian about things, so he throttles a character. In one aspect, we should say, oh well. But no, that's not it. It's part of the humanity that's pissing me off. I'm like, you son of a bitch. This is a character that's supposed to emulate a kid. And we're going to be throttling kids? It's no wonder Wheaton had a conniption fit. And not to mention everybody else these days. It was supposed to have been a funny skit. He was supposed to be a comedian searching for laughs at this point over here. At the expense of people's innocence. Kids' innocence. And not to mention pissing off the adults who thought it was. It's like looking at him. What the fuck did you just do, asshole? Holy crap, dude. Yeah, thanks a lot for the video that you showed here. No. Seriously on this one here. Because I'm seeing similarities all across the board in history and everywhere else. It's like I try to look at connections from how we are and what we are and who we are and God knows what else we're going to throw into that mix. And sometimes I come to the point of saying, why the hell are we still alive in our day and age? How come we haven't been exterminated yet? How come we hadn't had something cataclysmic had taken out our entire species. We're doing it to ourselves anyway. We aren't doing it to ourselves. We're not doing it for laughs. What the fuck are we doing it for? I don't know. Survival? What's that? I got more questions about that one than anything else these days. Being pissed off because of a character got throttled. No, no, no. It's the ideal. It's the idea being throttled. How it was being presented. And an old man thinks it's funny to throttle a kid. That's our perspective right now. That's what we're seeing. It would have been maybe horrific if we actually saw the puppy get ripped off the guy's hand and doing something more ugly in that one. Oh, I could think. But the polite way is taking a puppy and ripping it off the guy's hand and stomping on the puppet, and even behind the couch, just doing the pantomime of it. Now, how would that be pissing off people left and right? Oh my god. This guy wasn't fucking thinking. I mean, he was trying to think of a good laugh at this point over here, a good shtick, lead into a signal. It's like, oh man. The symbolism, the idea, the ideology of the damn thing, what it means. Oh man, you talk about being pissed off at this guy. Now it's starting to roll in. Now it's starting to build a momentum at this point over here. It's no wonder I'm starting to feel it. The ire of it, the aggravation of it, and the more I keep talking about this damn shit. Yeah, not so good, isn't it? I'm on a roll. Fuck me. Hell of a lot of crap we're subjecting ourselves to these days. I try to be adult about it. I try to be cerebral about it. I try to be analytical about it. I try to be mature about it. Oh, I feel like the damn pissed off kid in a sandbox who's looking at the damn bully who's laughing at my face over the damn shit. Thinks kicking the sand in my face was funny. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. Not to mention some of the videos that was posted yesterday in reaction to some of the stuff that I was coming across, including when you're talking about Curtis Leeway and Sean Hannity and the homeless bills. I think that was the one that really pissed me off most. I didn't give a rat's ass about Hannity, and I didn't give a rat's ass about the bully Sleewa or Sleestack. I'll try that one, Sleestack. Yeah, I'd seen his asshole come on the line on the 80s. My brother thought he was a punk back then. I still think he's a punk. He's trying to be the guardian angels. He's trying to guard people. And, oh, sure, guard people by beating the shit out of them. They mistake a guy, an immigrant, to an American. How the hell do you do that shit? Was there a difference? Was there a difference on this one? What the fuck was this major malfunction? Make New York safe again by making them terrorized by you guys. Holy fucking shit, dude. And Sean Hannity, I try never to pay attention to the son of a bitch, except maybe the independents are paying attention to the guy, and they'll show his own stupidity. And I'm like, I give up on the son of a bitch. I don't even give a shit about Tucker Carlson going over to Russia. I didn't think about that one. I'm like, okay, fuck going over to Russia, and then Putin's using him like a tool. I'm like, well, you wanted to be going over there being an asshole about shit. Here you are. He wanted to get back at Fox because of what Fox did to him. I really don't give a rat's ass about them anyway. I wouldn't care one damn thing about them anyway. They're all fucking bullies and they don't give a shit about people. They only care about their own damn selves and their own damn ego. That's what they are. I couldn't deal with that crap in the first place. I just couldn't. It made me too much sick to my stomach and just I keep thinking I'm above more of that bullshit. That's what I keep thinking. But you start talking about that damn homeless vets. I mean, those are videos I did. I ain't taking that shit back, dude. You said a hell of a lot of damage on that one, dude. You really did. You're voicing your own damn opinion at the point. I know my voice and my stuff is going to have a boomerang effect. It's going to bite me in the ass. I'm well aware of it. I'm well aware of it. Try not to attack people just because I think it's funny. I'm trying to raise a point with other things. And there are certain issues out there that are like third rails in politics. You just don't touch unless you're going to be getting the full zap on that one. You just don't. Yeah, I hear the politicians talking about the homeless shit going on. Well, what about these people? What about that? Oh, yeah, and I try to put the spotlight on it. We're trying to get the emotional knee jerk on this one. And we're supposed to be reacting to the emotional knee jerk. And I know you got pissed off about that one. I agree with that one. About the knee jerk reaction, about looking at the stuff and being pissed off about it. Not that the homeless situation is pissed off enough. No, it's like, I need the ego boost of this shit. And I understand that message. I understood what that was. So every time there's been posters out there trying to do the same damn shit, regardless if they're doing the video or texting or putting up social media posts on the damn shit. So, well, what about? Yeah, I know that bullshit you're trying to do. I know. Doesn't jive, doesn't work. So I'm not dealing with that crap. You guys really want to do something about the damn homeless, you got to do something about the homeless. Before I go off my damn ranting and raving at this point over here, City of Lancaster for almost 20 years since I've been out here in the Antelope Valley. I mean, since 2005 anyway. I noticed that there are certain mayors out here. We got the City of Palmdale, then Northern Quadrant, we had the City of Lancaster in the LA County area. Two rivals. One of which is having more and more homeless issues than the other guy. And I'm talking about Lancaster getting their fill of it. Now Lancaster has programs happening out here by churches and outreach programs for temporary housing, if we have any more, and food giveaways, which we're getting plenty of these days. And the LA County, 4 or 5 decades, I think, running, had made property at nighttime exempt from any arrests, meaning that you could camp out in front of the county library, not get busted until there was a certain time limit. Early in the morning, you got to get your ass out of there. Otherwise, you're going to be seeing the boot of the cop. And what Lancaster was complaining about all these times was how the homeless people were being mistreated left and right out here by the mayor, using the county sheriff that we've actually had for law enforcement, and how they were trying to treat or mistreat the homeless out there. There had been stories about this shit floating around. I know I was hearing it on the streets and also in the food giveaways. And also seeing the action sometimes. It really was lousy. It really was. That we had certain programs happening out there that we could try getting the homeless who lived in the outskirt desert regions to come back in to get help. But the problem is there is not enough help. We got NIMBY running around left and right. Not in my backyard. I had to tell these assholes and assholes. Oh, I'm going to do a video on this one. I got to do a video on this one. I'm sorry. This is getting too heavy and hot. So we're going to try to do a generic on this one, pal.